Okay, because it's the important thing to record, and I think it'll be good for to go onto the internet or onto YouTube. It's the 27th of June,
Okay.
2016. I've pressed the record button.
That's all that.
I've got a group of people here, and we're just generally talking about selling, and the question that came up is, how do you make people trust you? That was your question, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to get an interesting answer from me. When you meet people, they immediately form an impression of, can they trust you? Actually, let me teach you something interesting, and I'm not just saying this to you. I'm quoting some scientific research here. Before people will trust you, there's one step that needs to take place before you get to trust. So let me explain it to you. The first thing that people actually evaluate when they meet you is warmth. I'm going to explain it now, and then comes trust. If people find you warm as a person, then it becomes easy for them to trust you. So what do I mean with warm? And I'll use myself as an example. And please, if you guys think I'm talking rubbish or you disagree with what I say or whatever, I have no problem for us to debate it. You can tell me, maybe I'm the person that's got the wrong impression of what I do, so we can discuss it. I want you to notice what I do when I meet people. When I greet them or when I meet them here on the passage or someone introduces someone to me. So let me tell you a secret firstly. I'm not interested in people. I don't like people. I don't like hanging out with people. I don't want to talk to people. I'm not interested in people, and I don't want to know anything about people. Now, I'm telling you this now. You know me. Do you put that together?
Go on. No, you're fake. You're a fake person.
Well, well, we can call it fake. We can call it clever. We can call it socially adapt. When I meet someone new, this morning was a good example. You know, Dan was sitting on his phone there in the office there, in Belinda's office. So I walked in and I saw someone sitting there. I couldn't see his face from where I was. So I went to him and I tapped you on the shoulder.
Yes.
And I greeted you.
Yep.
And I was friendly.
Yes.
And I was warm.
Definitely.
And I said, how's it going?
Exactly.
And then I went off and I greeted who next?
Someone else. I think it's Donovan or someone.
Yeah, and then I greeted Donovan, and then I greeted her. I didn't want to do any of that shit. But that's what makes people like you.
Boom.
That's what makes people form the impression that you're a warm person. So when you meet people, even when you meet a new client, when I walk into the office meeting someone new or I'm about to see someone, I go there with a friendly disposition. I try and be warm. I'd like them to have the experience, geez, it was nice meeting this guy. He's friendly, he's lively, happy with life, he's not depressed. He's actually happy to see me. I'm not really, but that's what people want to experience. If I greet Dan or if I greet Belinda or if I greet a new client here or I meet someone in the passage, for that 10 or 20 or 30 seconds I try and focus on those people and make them have a warm experience, and then I piss off and I can't even remember who I spoke to. So that's what makes people feel that you are warm. The moment they feel that you are warm, then they trust you. They like you as a person. Go and try it. Just go and try it. The next person that you meet, the moment you greet them, you look them in the eye and you make an effort to be what you think is coming across warmly, open, friendly, excited about life, and they love you. That's what make people trust you. Okay, any comments or questions on that? Now I freaked her out.
No, that's what I normally do. Kind of
Well, that's
smile.
good.
Smile, enthusiasm, excitement.
Yeah, you've got to be likable. No one will buy something from someone who's not likable.
But being friendly doesn't necessarily mean that you're being warm.
Of course not. So being warm is when I greet someone, I look them in the eye. I don't greet them. You get some people, they might smile, but they look as if they're not interested in greeting you. Warm is you look interested. You might not be interested, but you look interested. You act as if you're interested. I mean, I think I do it because I've been in sales but watch me the next time you see me being introduced to someone, especially when I meet these people coming from Investor Choices. It's so nice meeting you, and fantastic having you here. I've heard so many good things about you. I don't tell them I've also heard a lot of bad shit about you. But, that very moment they feel, oh, this is so wonderful. Here's this Okie, so friendly, he's excited to see me, tells me all these positive things about me.
Let me just go work there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's a total different experience to what people get elsewhere.
But in terms of these FICA documents, when you ask the client the FICA documents, like me, I'm new.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything that shows that I'm coming from stock market college.
Just talking about credibility concept.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hear what you say. So let me tell you something interesting. In all the years that I've sold this product, I'm talking about now 27, 28, whatever years, I've never had anyone doubt my credibility. I've never had anyone say, so where's your certificate? Or before I buy anything from you, where's your FSB thing? Or anyone say to me, let me first come to your offices to see it's real. I've never, ever had that, ever. So I'm telling you that happens because of two things. So let me tell you what's the other thing that makes people like you. Are you ready to hear it?
Yes.
If you come across as warm, people will trust you. There's another thing that you have to have that becomes part of this. You have to be confident. And what I mean by confident is when you go and see clients, in your own mind, you don't even think, ooh, I don't have anything identifying that I'm coming from this company or business. Maybe they won't trust me, and why would they give me their FICA documents and this and that? When I meet people and I come across as warm and they trust me and I'm a confident person, they give me everything I want without any squeals.
I think you can only have confidence if you're consciously competent as well.
Of course.
So if you understand your product and you understand your pitch, then you'll have the confidence.
Yeah. So if you go out there with your body language and in the back of your mind, maybe people won't trust me, will they give me the documents? Maybe they think I'm a crook. That's when you're going to encounter problems. But when you go out there and you represent a company, you're doing the very best you can, you're an honest person, you're going to help them, you're not going to cheat them, and you have the right vibes and some confidence, warmth, you won't get any of those challenges. You will get challenges if the person's not sold on the idea. And then again, either it's your sales presentation's poor or they can't afford it and they don't trust you enough, they don't think you're warm enough, they don't trust you enough to say, look, I can't afford it. That's the problem. So can I tell you what I do when I get to people and there's an issue with, I'll do the role play with Dan.
Okay.
I'm going to close him. And then I want him to, consult spouse. He's going to say to me...
He wants to speak to his wife.
Sounds
Okay.
all good.
Okay,
I just
Dan.
speak to my wife.
Okay, give me a chance so that I can psych myself up. And I'll use the new page. Okay, Dan, I'm now psyched up. So, Dan, I want to say welcome on board with us.
Thank you very much.
As a new client. Now, let me start filling out my enrollment form. What are your full names as it appear in your ID book?
It's Donnie Chris William, but I just want to speak to my wife firstly about this.
Okay, let me write it down. I'm writing it down for a reason. So, Dan, I need your help now.
Okay.
Will you promise me that will give me an honest answer?
Yes, I promise you.
Give me your word on it.
I'll give you my word.
Okay. I get this from people only on 2 occasions. I get the response, I want to speak to my wife only on 2 occasions. Can I tell you about these 2 occasions, and then I'd like you to tell me which one of these it is.
Okay.
Okay. The first reason I will get it is right now you can't afford our product. And often people aren't comfortable to say, look, I can't afford it right now, so they say, I want to speak to my wife. Now, before you give me an answer, there's a second reason why I get this kind of response. I want to speak to my wife. And that second reason would be because you had a poor presentation. Let me just get my spelling right here so that I can do it lekker. And the second reason is I did a poor presentation, and you're not sold on the idea that you can make money from the stock market. So very honestly,
Okay. Yeah, I can't afford it. You're right.
is it this one?
Yeah, I can't afford it.
Okay, well, there's no shame in not being able to afford it now. Can I tell you that we recently introduced a new option? Can I run that new option past you, and maybe that can help you?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. Now, I've told you just before, I told you that we have an option where you can do this cash, and you can do a check, and you can use your credit card, and I told you about CTI and an EFT and all those options.
Yes.
Okay, for the loan and this and that. There is another option that I can get you in. We have a new option. We call it our rental deal. Now, what happens with the rental deal is you have a deposit of $2,000. Okay.
Okay.
Plus, then your monthly fee to us is 999 Rand. That's per month by debit order. You're going to do this for 36 months. Plus, obviously, you need 5,000 Rand or more for your trading account. So if you don't have the cash and you don't have the money to give by a check or a EFT, and you can't or don't want to use your credit card or feel you won't qualify to CTI, could this be a better option for you to make it more affordable?
Could be a better option, but you're still meaning that I have to have 7,000 Rand.
You have to, yes.
I have to have 7,000 Rand.
Do you think you can get it together or not right now?
Yeah, maybe at the end of the month or next month. Just need to clear up some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you then the very honest question. Should I rather come back to you when you're ready with the money? Because I don't want to fill out a contract and make you make a commitment. Or are you ready to make that commitment?
Sure. Like that. Well, in that case, well, we can make a commitment. Okay.
Oh, well, welcome on board.
I like
I
that.
like to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So then let me get the right paperwork and I start filling out. So once again, what is your full names as it appear in your ID book?
Perf. Okay. Great.
Okay, and then your address, and off I will go. I will sign up the person. Okay, ask me questions.
Can I ask? You did make the example, but what if he still persists and says, I still need that more time?
I will respect that.
All right?
I'll tell you something interesting, and I want to come back to. I want to come back to the choices here. So let me deal with your question, and then I want to say something about choices. Okay. So please don't let me forget that or neglect it or whatever the case might be. When I go and see people, I can categorically tell you there's only 2 reasons why people don't buy this product from me. It's either because they can't afford it or because you gave a poor presentation.
Okay.
That's it.
I got it now. Oh, let me say something. No, you got it.
Yeah?
Because even if he still persists and says in a month or 2, and you keep saying, if I arrange, okay, how about I try it in 2 weeks? And he still says he cannot. Simple. He cannot afford it.
Exactly.
It's not your presentation.
Exactly. Then it's not your presentation.
Yeah.
I mean, I always give this example of someone who sells cars. And it's a very important example I give people. If you go to a car dealership, I've seen some really good salespeople and some really shit salespeople in a car dealership.